Are you eating healthy, taking probiotics, maybe even avoiding junk food yet you still feel bloated, tired, foggy, or stuck in stubborn weight gain? Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't out-eat a damaged gut. And for many people today, the gut is the missing link, the silent driver behind inflammation, insulin resistance, poor energy, and even hormone imbalance. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your gut isn't just a digestion tube. It's a highly intelligent system home to trillions of bacteria, known as your microbiome, that directly influences your metabolism, immune system, and even your brain chemistry. When your gut is healthy, it acts like a tight security system. It allows nutrients in and keeps toxins, bacteria, and inflammation out. But when it's damaged, what we call leaky gut, that barrier breaks down. Now toxins leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system goes on high alert. Inflammation rises. Insulin starts to spike. And your body shifts into fat-storing, energy-draining survival mode. So even if you're doing everything right, your body may still be working against you. Let me be clear. This is not just about digestion. This is about your entire metabolic health. And the good news? Your gut is repairable. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what actually damages your gut. Most people miss this. Why your liver and gut are deeply connected, how insulin and inflammation quietly destroy gut integrity, and most importantly, a simple, natural protocol to repair and detox your gut step by step. No gimmicks, no expensive cleanses, just science-based strategies your body already understands. Before we go deeper, let's map this out clearly like we're standing at a whiteboard together. Because if you understand these 6 core principles, you'll stop guessing and start fixing the gut at the root level. Here are the 6 science-backed insights we're going to break down. First, gut damage is not random, it's driven by modern lifestyle triggers. Things like ultra-processed foods, frequent snacking, antibiotics, chronic stress, and poor sleep all disrupt your microbiome and weaken your gut lining. Second, leaky gut is a real physiological process, not just a trend. When the gut barrier breaks down, substances that should stay inside the gut leak into the bloodstream, triggering inflammation and immune activation. Third, your gut and liver work as a detox team. If your liver is overloaded by sugar, seed oils, alcohol, or toxins, it directly impacts gut health and vice versa. You cannot detox one without supporting the other. Fourth, insulin and blood sugar spikes silently damage your gut lining. High insulin promotes inflammation and feeds harmful bacteria, creating an internal environment where gut repair becomes nearly impossible. Fifth, most gut detox products fail because they ignore repair. Cleanses, juices, and quick fixes may temporarily reduce symptoms, but they don't rebuild the gut barrier or restore microbial balance. And sixth, this is the most important, your gut can heal naturally if you remove the stressors and provide the right signals. Through targeted nutrition, fasting, specific nutrients, and lifestyle changes, your body already has the blueprint to repair itself. So as we move forward, I want you to keep one idea in mind. We're not chasing symptoms, we're restoring function. Now let's start with the first major mistake people make: the hidden daily habits that quietly destroy gut health without you even realizing it. Let's start with the biggest hidden problem, and this is where most people unknowingly sabotage their gut every single day. It's not just what you eat, it's how often you eat. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your gut is designed with a built-in cleaning system called the migrating motor complex, or MMC. Think of this like a self-cleaning wave that sweeps through your digestive tract, clearing out leftover food, bacteria, and debris. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your gut like a highway. Every time you eat, traffic floods the road. Now the MMC is like a street cleaner that only comes out when the road is empty. But here's the problem. If you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, snacking constantly, sipping sugary drinks, that street cleaner never gets activated. And what happens? Food sits longer than it should. Bacteria begin to overgrow. Fermentation increases. You get bloating, gas, and inflammation. This is one of the root drivers behind conditions like bacterial overgrowth and chronic gut irritation. What the research shows is that frequent eating disrupts gut motility and microbial balance, while giving your body breaks between meals allows this natural cleansing system to function properly. Now layer this with modern habits. Late night eating, constant snacking, processed foods that digest slowly, and you've created the perfect storm for gut damage. So what's the solution? You don't need a complicated cleanse. You need structured eating windows. Here's a simple, powerful protocol. Start with 3 meals per day, no snacking in between. Leave 4 to 5 hours between meals to allow the MC to activate. Finish your last meal at least 3 hours before bed, and if your body is ready, you can gradually move toward intermittent fasting, like a 12 to 16-hour overnight fast. This gives your gut the time it needs to clean, repair, and reset. And here's what people often notice within days: less bloating, better digestion, more stable energy, because now your gut isn't constantly under pressure, it's finally allowed to function the way it was designed. Now let's talk about what's actually on your plate, because this is where gut damage often accelerates. Even in people who think they're eating healthy, here's what's really going on inside your body. Every time you eat, you're not just feeding yourself backhand index pointing right, you're feeding trillions of bacteria in your gut. And those bacteria fall into two broad categories: beneficial bacteria that support metabolism, reduce inflammation, and protect your gut lining; harmful or opportunistic bacteria that thrive on sugar, refined carbs, and processed foods. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your gut like a garden. If you constantly water weeds, they take over. And in this case, sugar and ultra-processed foods are the water for the weeds. When your diet is high in refined carbohydrates, white flour, sugary snacks, industrial seed oils, artificial additives, and preservatives, you create an internal environment where harmful bacteria flourish. These bacteria produce toxins and gases that irritate your gut lining, weaken the tight junctions, and increase inflammation. Over time, this contributes to what we discussed earlier: increased intestinal permeability or leaky gut. What the research shows is that diets high in processed foods are strongly associated with reduced microbial diversity and increased inflammatory markers, both key drivers of poor gut health. Now here's where it gets even more important. These harmful bacteria don't just stay in the gut, they influence your cravings. So you start wanting more sugar, more processed foods, not because you lack willpower, but because your microbiome is out of balance. This creates a vicious cycle. Bad food leads to bad bacteria, leads to stronger cravings, leads to more bad food. So how do you break it? You don't just remove the bad, you replace it with what heals the gut. Here's a practical, science-backed approach. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods, healthy proteins, eggs, meat, fish, natural fats, olive oil, butter, ghee, fiber-rich vegetables, leafy greens, cruciferous veggies, backhand index pointing right at fermented foods if tolerated, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut. These introduce beneficial bacteria to help rebalance your gut. Reduce sugar and refined carbs. Dramatically, this starves harmful bacteria and reduces inflammation. Be cautious with healthy packaged foods. Even many low-fat or diet products contain additives that disrupt gut health, and here's a powerful upgrade if you're ready. Try a short-term elimination approach. Remove common irritants like processed foods, sugar, and refined grains for 2 to 4 weeks and observe how your body responds. Most people notice less bloating, clearer thinking, reduced cravings, because now you're no longer feeding the problem, you're feeding the solution. And this is where real gut repair begins. Next, we're going to connect an even deeper layer, because your gut doesn't work alone. There's another organ working 24/7 behind the scenes, and if it's overwhelmed, your gut will never fully heal. Let's talk about the gut-liver connection. You cannot truly detox your gut if your liver is overwhelmed. These two systems are not separate, they are tightly connected through what's called the gut-liver axis. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Everything you absorb from your gut, nutrients, toxins, bacterial byproducts, travels directly to your liver through the portal vein. So your liver is constantly filtering what your gut sends it. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your gut as the entry gate and your liver as the security checkpoint. If the gate is damaged, leaky, inflamed, overloaded, the liver gets flooded with things it was never meant to handle. And if the liver becomes overwhelmed, it can't properly detoxify. Toxins begin to circulate back into the body. Inflammation increases. And guess what happens next? The gut becomes even more inflamed. This creates a vicious cycle. Damaged gut to overloaded liver to more toxins to more gut damage. Now here's where modern lifestyle plays a huge role. Your liver today is dealing with excess sugar, especially fructose, industrial seed oils, alcohol, environmental toxins, medications. Over time, this leads to what we call fatty liver, even in people who don't drink alcohol. And what the research shows is that liver dysfunction is strongly linked to increased gut permeability and inflammation. So if you've been trying probiotics, cleanses, or gut supplements but not supporting your liver, you're only solving half the problem. So what's the solution? You support both systems together? Here's a simple, effective protocol. Reduce the liver's workload, cut back on sugar, especially liquid sugars, eliminate ultra-processed foods, limit alcohol as much as possible, support Natural detox pathways increase cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. These help activate liver detox, enzymes stay well hydrated, ensure adequate protein intake your liver needs, amino acids to detoxify backhand index, pointing right. Use fasting strategically. Even a 12 to 16-hour fast gives your liver time to process and clear stored toxins more efficiently. To the right arrow, prioritize sleep. Your liver does its most important detox work at night. And here's what happens when you get this right. Your liver becomes more efficient, inflammation drops, and your gut finally has the environment it needs to repair. Now let's talk about one of the most underestimated drivers of gut damage, insulin. Most people think insulin is only about blood sugar or diabetes, but here's what's really going on inside your body. Insulin is a master hormone, and when it stays elevated because of frequent eating, high sugar intake, or refined carbohydrates, that doesn't just affect your blood sugar, it creates a pro-inflammatory environment that directly damages your gut lining. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your gut lining like a tightly sealed brick wall. Each brick is a cell, and between those cells are tight junctions, little seals that control what gets through. Now, when insulin is constantly high, it's like turning on internal pressure against that wall. Over time, those tight junctions begin to loosen, the barrier becomes more permeable, toxins and bacteria start slipping through. This is one of the key mechanisms behind intestinal permeability or leaky gut. But it doesn't stop there. High insulin also feeds harmful gut bacteria, increases oxidative stress, drives systemic inflammation. So even if you're taking probiotics or eating healthy, elevated insulin can quietly block your gut from healing. What the research shows is that insulin resistance is closely linked with gut dysbiosis and increased intestinal permeability, meaning the more unstable your blood sugar is, the more unstable your gut becomes. Now here's the critical mistake. Most people try to fix their gut without ever stabilizing their blood sugar, and that's why they stay stuck. So what's the solution? You lower insulin not through extreme dieting, but through strategic metabolic control. Here's a practical approach. Build meals around protein and healthy fats. These have minimal impact on insulin and keep you full longer. Reduce refined carbohydrates and sugars, especially liquid sugars. They spike insulin rapidly. Use time-restricted eating, as we discussed earlier. Giving your body breaks between meals lowers insulin levels over time. Consider a lower carb or ketogenic approach if appropriate. This shifts your body toward fat burning and significantly reduces insulin spikes. Add movement after meals. Even a short walk helps improve insulin sensitivity. And here's what people start to notice. Less bloating, more stable energy, reduced cravings, better digestion, because now the internal environment is no longer inflamed, it's stable. And stability is what allows healing. Now, there's one more major piece most gut detox advice completely ignores, because even if you remove the bad and stabilize your hormones, your gut still needs the right building blocks to repair itself. Let's talk about how to actually rebuild the gut lining naturally. Now we arrive at the step most people completely miss: repair. Because removing the damage is only half the job. If you don't rebuild the gut lining, symptoms will come back. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your gut lining is not static, it's constantly renewing itself. In fact, the cells in your intestinal wall turn over every few days. That means your body already has the blueprint to heal. But here's the catch. It can only rebuild properly if it has the right raw materials. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine you're repairing a damaged wall. You've stopped the damage, that's great. But if you don't supply bricks, cement, and workers, the wall never gets rebuilt. And in your body, those materials are specific nutrients. When they're missing, gut repair slows down or becomes incomplete. So what does your gut actually need? Let's break it down into a simple, powerful repair protocol. Protein is non-negotiable. Your gut lining is made of amino acids. Without enough protein, healing cannot happen. Focus on eggs, meat, fish. Key amino acids like glutamine. Glutamine is one of the primary fuels for intestinal cells. It helps strengthen the gut barrier and reduce permeability. You can get it from bone broth, meat, or targeted supplementation. If needed, backhand index pointing right, collagen and gelatin. These provide structural support for the gut lining, like reinforcing that wall. Bone broth is one of the simplest natural sources. Micronutrients, zinc, vitamin A, and vitamin D all play critical roles in maintaining gut integrity and immune balance. Low levels of these nutrients are often linked to poor gut healing. Healthy fats help reduce inflammation and support cell membrane repair. Think olive oil, butter, or GI fatty fish. Now, here's an important point. A lot of people jump straight to probiotics, but if the gut lining is damaged, You're trying to add good bacteria into a broken environment. Repair comes first, then balance. So instead of chasing supplements, focus on removing irritants, stabilizing insulin, supporting the liver, and feeding your body the nutrients it needs to rebuild now. Let's talk about the final piece, and this is the one that quietly undermines everything else if you ignore it. Stress. You can eat perfectly. You can follow every gut protocol. But if your body is stuck in a chronic stress state, your gut will not fully heal. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When you're under stress, whether it's emotional, mental, or even poor sleep, your body releases cortisol. Cortisol is not bad. It's a survival hormone. But when it stays elevated for too long, it shifts your body into a fight or flight mode. And in that state, digestion slows down, blood flow is redirected away from the gut lining, repair is reduced, inflammation increases. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your body as a city. When everything is calm, resources go toward maintenance, repairing roads, cleaning systems, building infrastructure. But when there's an emergency, all resources get redirected to survival. And your gut, it gets put on hold. Now here's the problem with modern life. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real physical threat, work stress, lack of sleep, constant screen exposure. It responds the same way by elevating cortisol. What the research shows is that chronic stress is strongly linked to increased intestinal permeability, reduced microbial diversity, and higher inflammation levels. So even if your diet is clean, stress can keep your gut in a damaged state. Now here's the good news. You don't need to eliminate stress completely. You need to regulate your response to it. Here's a simple, powerful protocol. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of consistent, high-quality sleep. This is when your gut and liver do most of their repair work. Backhand index pointing right. Create parasympathetic moments daily. This is your rest and digest state. Simple tools. Deep breathing, 5 to 10 minutes. Walking outdoors, slowing down meals. Eat without distractions. Backhand index pointing right. Avoid constant stimulation. Limit late-night screen time. And give your brain space to unwind. Backhand index pointing right. Incorporate light movement. Exercise helps regulate cortisol, but avoid overtraining, which can increase stress. Be mindful of caffeine timing. Too much caffeine, especially later in the day, can keep cortisol elevated. And here's what happens when you get this right. Digestion improves, inflammation decreases, your gut lining finally gets the signal it's safe to repair, because healing doesn't happen in survival mode. It happens in safety. And once you combine this with everything we've covered, meal timing, food quality, liver support, insulin control, and targeted nutrients, you now have a complete, science-based system to repair and detox your gut naturally. Let's bring this all together. So let's bring this all together clearly and simply. Gut detox is not about juices, pills, or quick fixes. It's about restoring how your body is designed to function. Here's what we uncovered. Your gut has a built-in cleaning system, but constant snacking shuts it down. The foods you eat either feed healing bacteria or harmful ones. Your liver and gut work as a team. If one is overwhelmed, the other suffers. High insulin quietly damages your gut lining and fuels inflammation. Repair requires real building blocks: protein, nutrients, and time. And chronic stress can block healing, no matter how perfect your diet is. When you look at it this way, everything connects. This is not random. This is physiology. And the most powerful part? Your body already knows how to heal. You just have to remove what's interfering and provide what's missing. So here's your challenge. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one change today. Space out your meals, remove sugar for a week, add protein to every meal, improve your sleep, and then observe. Because when you start working with your body instead of against it, the feedback becomes very clear. More energy, better digestion, clearer thinking, steady fat loss. That's how you know you're on the right path. And if this gave you a clearer understanding of how to truly repair and detox your gut naturally, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Because every day, we're breaking down complex health science into simple, practical steps you can actually use. Your health is not about guessing, it's about understanding. And now you're starting to take control.